Greetings, River Lady here, and I thought as long as I'm home doing my part to flatten the COVID-19 curve, I would record a video on springtime pruning of smooth hydrangea. You know these types of hydrangeas by their huge white huge snowball-sized flowers. The most popular smooth hydrangea is Annabelle by far. But Incredible is also a stunning specimen of smooth hydrangeas. And thanks to proven winners, new varieties are being introduced just about every summer. The only smooth hydrangea that I own is actually Invincible Spirit 2. Invincible Spirit 2 is the hardier version of the original Invincible Spirit. It is less susceptible to root rot and the stems are a lot sturdier, but it still boasts the same pink blossoms and makes a great addition to your hydrangea collection. And also, $1 of each Invincible Spirit 2 that's sold is donated to breast cancer research. Another great reason to have one in your collection. Okay, so let's talk about pruning smooth hydrangea. Just like panicle hydrangea, smooth hydrangea grow on new wood and can withstand a springtime pruning that's very aggressive without you compromising any of the flowering. Smooth hydrangeas bloom on new wood. There are two pruning methods for smooth hydrangeas that gardeners tend to use. The first one is the cutting of the plant down to about 4 to 6 inches of the soil. This technique tends to create thinner stems, but gardeners swear by the large flowers that it produces. The second pruning technique is called selective pruning, and this is where you take 1/3 of the plant down to the soil, and then you leave the remaining 2/3 as a framework of older stems, and you bring them to about 18 to 24 inches in length. I am not going to do either one. I'm very late in pruning. You can see here that I already have leaves developing, so I need to do a little bit of pruning, but I have to be very careful. Okay, so here I'm going to take this stem right down to these developed leaves. Now, there's a debate that has been raging in the horticultural world about whether to take angle cuts or straight cuts when you have a plant where the leaves grow on both sides of the stem. I was always taught to take an angle cut because it makes water drip away from the stem and it doesn't get down into the stem and create rot. Some people swear by taking flat cuts. As I've been mentioning many times, hydrangeas are very, very forgiving. Here you can see my spent flower from last season. I have small development right there, but I have nice development right there. So I am going to get in there and snip. Here I have another example. I have small leaf development right there, but I have big leaf development. Let me come around. I don't want to bend it too much, but I think you can see it. So I'm going to snip right there. And right here. Here I can take off a little more. Here. This one. Take off right there. Here. Right. The next thing I want to do, which I could have done it first, is to remove any what look like dead stems. So I can just get in there and snip that off. Okay, that's it for my Invincible Spirit 2 smooth hydrangea pruning. If you have a larger smooth hydrangea bush, you can probably go with one of the two methods I talked about at the beginning instead of doing this type of precise pruning. But again, if your plant is already showing its leaf development, I don't recommend taking it all the way down to the ground. Try to be more selective in where you prune. One thing that I will be doing with this little plant over the next couple of weeks will be feeding her, and I will show you the type of food I use for my Invincible Spirit too when I do that. Right now, I'll work a little compost into the soil, and then that's it. I'll leave her alone for a week or so to recover from the pruning. Thank you again for watching. I hope you stay safe, and please follow me, subscribe, and that's it. That's all I have. Happy gardening.